All right, let's still talk about some quarterbacks out here. We're gonna be talking about Andy Dalton, and every time this man opens his mouth, I just hate it. It's just like, okay, dude, all right, yes, you're the starter, we get it. Okay, you're not worried about it. You have Matt Nagy under your thumb for some reason. You're the starter. You're the guy. You're so gosh dang good that you're so good that you won 0 playoff games in like 10 years with the Bengals. That's how good this man is, and he still acts like he's good for some reason, even though it's just proven that he's not because he won 0 playoff games. It's like, okay, dude. But let's see what Andy Dalton is saying before the start of the season. Andy Dalton, starting quarterback in this league. Watch this man brag about it. Oh, boy. Here we go. Andy Dalton focused on the Rams, not Justin Fields hype. Says, quote, the worst thing you can do is look over your shoulder. All right. Andy Dalton's not worried about Justin Fields, even though Justin Fields definitely is better than this man already. I take Justin Fields over Andy Dalton any day of the week right now. That's not even a debate. It's not a discussion. It's nothing. I take Justin Fields. I don't even think about Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, I don't even remember the name. Who is that? Get out of my team. Get out of my organization. Are you an imposter? Are you a nobody? I don't even know who that is. Andy Dalton, Bengals quarterback. Yeah, that's not computing with me. That didn't do anything. Did you win a playoff game? Oh, you didn't. That's why we don't know you. Get out of here, please. So let's see what Andy Dalton has to say here, folks. Andy Dalton, we know you're the starter. Relax. Just because Matt Nagy doesn't have, the balls to say, hey, you're not the starter anymore and kind of go back on his word a little bit, that doesn't mean you're good. But let's see what Andy Dalton says here. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Chicago Bears fans have not hidden their desire to see first-round rookie Justin Fields start under center. However, with Coach Matt Nagy sticking to his preseason plans of rolling into the 2021 season with Andy Dalton as the starting quarterback, those desires are on hold. For Dalton, he can't worry about the fans or media clamoring to see Fields. Says, quote, that's the worst thing you can do is look over your shoulder. All right, we get anything else here? Here we go. The 33-year-old veteran is only worried about what he can control. Says, quote, we're talking about tuning out the stuff you don't need to focus on and knowing where you need to put your time and effort and all that kind of stuff. I think that's just where I'm at. You don't worry about all that other stuff. All right, so Andy Dalton, not worried about Justin Fields. I would be worried about Justin Fields. This man, if Andy Dalton, you better play your ass off, because if you don't play great week 1, you may not play week 2. You probably will play week 2 because it's the Bengals, and Matt Nagy will probably let you play your revenge game. But, you really only got 2 weeks, and that's going to be one of our predictions when we get to that segment of our final predictions and expectations for the season. It's going to be Andy Dalton. I don't think he makes it past week 3, and we'll tell you why all about that when we get to that. But, Andy Dalton, you need to win games. If you're not winning games, they will switch to Justin Fields immediately. So you can keep saying, hey, I'm not going to look over my shoulder. I'm not going to believe and buy into and focus on all the hype of Justin Fields. That's fine, but you still need to play great. You can say all these things here, but you still need to put it up in the win column in the stats department, because if you don't, they will have no problem going with Justin Fields, and then we'll get a mopey Andy Dalton being like, I was promised a starting gig and I'm not the starter anymore, and if they were going to go with the rookie, they should have just let me go before the season so I could have competed with one of those other teams like the Broncos that had an open quarterback competition and all that, and the Saints, and I could have been the starter for the Saints. I could have beat out Jameis Winston. No, you couldn't have. First of all, you couldn't even beat out Taysom Hill. I'm taking Taysom Hill over Andy Dalton any day of the week. I don't care. So, all right, Andy, talk is cheap. You have to go out there and prove it. You are really in control of it, honestly. If Andy Dalton is winning games, Matt Nagy's not going to make the switch. 100%. He's going to take it slow with Justin Fields. He's already shown that he has no problem with taking it slow with Justin Fields. So if Andy Dalton's starting 5-0, 6-0, they will continue to go with Andy Dalton. No debate, because Matt Nagy knows he needs wins this season, and he will only play quarterbacks that will win this season. If Andy Dalton is not winning, they will go to Justin Fields to see if he can win. And if they both can't win, they'll stick with Justin Fields, because if y'all are both not winning, well, I'm going to give experience to the quarterback of the future, and that's not Andy Dalton. So, Andy Dalton, if you can win, you can control your own future. So stop, getting, having these kind of quotes out here that, make you seem like you're getting it done. Hey, I'm not even focusing on Justin Fields. I know this is all the conversation and what the media is talking about, but I'm not focusing on it. Well, Okay, but you have to go out there and win. Can you win? Because you haven't proven you can really win. Regular season, yeah, you can kind of win, but does that matter? Do we care about regular season wins? I mean, I truly don't. I don't care about regular season wins in the grand scheme of things. Yes, on a week-to-week basis, yes, obviously we want to see you win because that's the majority. That's what the season is, regular season wins. But, when you've been in the league 10 to 15 years and you have no playoff wins, I don't care about you. If you're a rookie and you're getting those regular season wins, yeah, we care about you because the time is different. We talk about different players differently based on their circumstances. We're not going to talk about Justin Fields like we talk about Andy Dalton, like we talk about Tom Brady, like we talk about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that makes no sense. So, Andy Dalton, just win. Can you just win? Because you weren't even winning in the preseason. So I don't know where all this kind of holier than thou, mightier than thou attitude and wording and phrasing is coming from. You weren't even looking good in the preseason. How aren't you good in preseason? And you're a veteran quarterback. Big Ben came in preseason 2 and slang that thing around. Josh Allen, year 4, was slinging that thing around. You got down 28-0, and then you threw like an 80-yard touchdown pass because the defense was like, this kid can't do anything to us. Okay, we're up 28-0. Okay, score on us. You still can't do anything. We don't care. We've won the game already. It's 28-0. The game is over. So, okay, Andy, you better hope your play packs up your words, or we're going to clown you. Andy Dalton's going to be the player that we clowned this season. Last season, who was it? Did we even clown anybody last year? We clowned Tim Tebow this year in the offseason. We've clowned Aaron Rodgers a little bit, respectfully, of course. So we will be clowning Andy Dalton respectfully, of course, this season. I think this is going to be the target this year. So Andy Dalton, you better hope you win, or you're going to feel the wrath. You'll feel the wrath here, I think, my fans. All right, we get a couple more quotes here, so let's keep reading. All right, with Aaron Donald set to scream toward his face Sunday night in the season opener in Los Angeles, Dalton can only focus on what's in front of him, saying, quote, I mean, he's the type of player you have to know where he's at all times. And I think for him, arguably the best defensive player in the league, and I mean he can change a game, and we understand that. So we've got to give him his respect because he's a great player. Yeah, truly. I mean, Aaron Donald is a game record, 100%. I mean, that's, a kind of a reason. I don't put any weight into it. I don't even buy it, but that is kind of a reason, a media talking point, if you will, of why Justin Fields not playing week 1 is because, Aaron Donald is on the opposite side of the Chicago Bears offense, and they don't want him to get injured or, scared or timid or have that be his first look in the NFL, which I think is kind of garbage to even think about in that regards. This is football. I mean, you go out there and play the game. I'm not going to hide you because there's good defenders on the opposing side. You get your ass out there and make do. Try your best. Hopefully it works out, and if it doesn't, we'll try and fix it next week, but I'm not going to hide anybody from good defensive edge rushers. How lame is that? All right, we get one more quote. Here we go. Let's read the lead up. Nagy has consistently said how Dalton performs will dictate how soon Fields might see action. The veteran signal caller wants to prove he's more than just a stand-in for the rookie. Says, quote, there's a lot that's gone on since March, but all that's led to this point right here. Regardless of everything that's gone on, we're here at week 1, and this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted this opportunity, and now we're looking forward to making the most of it. So, yeah, Andy, hey, this is your very, very last chance. This is your last chance. Seize the moment. I mean, Cam Newton's probably not going to get 3 chances. Jameis Winston maybe gets 3 chances. Probably not if he's still throwing interceptions, but Andy Dalton found his way to a 3rd chance out here. Make the most of it. We don't think you will, but if you do, we'll kind of embrace you a little bit, as much as you're showing. But I don't think that happens, so I don't think I have to worry about it. But if it does happen, we'll try our best to congratulate you. So we'll see what Andy Dalton does this season. He knows he better know that he's in control of his own dynasty, his own destiny right here. If he wants to continue to be the Bears quarterback, then go out and win games, because you didn't do that in Dallas last season with an exceptional offense. I know the defense was kind of trash, I get it, but this Bears offense is nowhere near the caliber that Cowboys offense was. So Andy Dalton, you better hope you are putting in the work. You better hope that you can elevate these wide receivers on this Bears team, because it's going to be all on you to elevate everybody. You will get all the blame. You will get all the glory. Go out and take it if you want it. It's there for you. So we'll see what he does.